Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How y'all doing out there? All you mofos who don't have anything better to do on a Tuesday evening, right? Tuesday, yeah. Today's Tuesday. All right. So since you don't have anything better to do, then let's all dive into the world of biotech and pharma news to see if there's anything better for you to do and to spend with me, the the all-encompassing zero of you. How do I see how many people are in this live stream? Gotta ask AI, no? How do we do this? How can I see how many people have tuned in to this live stream? Even though I know the answer, which is zero, the entire audience of zero. Yeah. Sounds good. Okay. Anyway, I don't know how to do that. I got to figure that out. If I get an audience of 1, I will yeah, okay. What I will not do is to turn on my camera and start stripping for my audience, or to watch him whack off. That's what you do on things like Chatterbait or all the other adult chatting website. What I can do is to give him or her a, I don't know, Olive Garden gift card or something like that, just for supporting me and supporting the show. Uh, yeah, the live stream. It's fun though. I don't do this for just because like I want to get views and traffic and shit like that. I don't give a damn about that. But just really appreciating any any kind of rapport. Is that the word? Like to vibe with my audience, or if anybody is watching this. So yeah, support and report, right? It's awesome. It's awesome to know other people. There's other people out there who's interested in this stuff, and also yeah, just commiserate about our fucked up daily lives, right? Anyway, going back to biopharma dive. Amylyx bet on GLP blocker pays off. Here's a question: isn't like all the obesity drugs GLP-1 agonist, which is the opposite of blockers? Agonist is kind of like facilitating the effect of GLP-1. Whereas GLP-1 blockers, why are these guys working on GLP-1 blockers, right? Was effective in regulating blood sugar in patients who just undergone bariatric surgery. Okay, I think this is a different indication of what we are thinking as GLP-1 drugs, which are for obesity. So double click. I mean, yeah, double click on the Google Chromebook keyboard. And okay, keep going. BioMarin acquires experimental drug for rare bone disorder for in 275 million deal. That is not a huge deal by any means of imagination or by any stretch of imagination, but BioMarin, I mean, even for this is kind of rare for BioMarin because this company is not really known to go out and acquire things, but it's interesting. Let's whoops, did I just click on it? How about a double click and open a new tab? Uh, it's asking me to update my device, so I would say no. Thank you, but no thank you, Chromebook. FDA not this one we went over yesterday. FDA not is just the first hurdle for Moderna's potential blockbuster flu vax. Not very interesting because we're talking about Moderna here. Anybody who has a vague like that name, right? Moderna, that just reminds you of COVID. So like that negative association with the image of Moderna, man, I don't know if I can ever get over that. Just thinking about Moderna, it's like vaccine, COVID, shutdown, lockdown, social distance, all that bullshit, man. It's still like like it's yesterday. It's traumatizing, man. Moderna, I'm sorry, but like you, Pfizer, BioNTech, no matter what you do, trying to change who you are and your like image, your identity, that's just gonna be forever. Like in my mind, at least, what I remember you as the poster child of the COVID lockdown period and the miserable world that we lived in during those stretch of 1.5, 2 years, even longer. If you're Chinese, that's like a good 4 years from 2020, from early 2020 to late 2022. So 3 years, 3 years. Fuck yeah, it's fucking crazy, man. 3 years. How many 3 years do we have in our lives? If you live until I don't know 80, 3 years is like a little more than 1/20th, more or less, a little less than 1/20th of your, so 5%. So like, you know, yeah, five, what, five? Damn, I can't do my math. 3 divided by 80. 3 divided by 80 is like what, 23? 2.3% of your life. That's yeah. No. Oh fuck. It's almost 4% of your life. 4% of your life. Doing nothing but like just to breathe in the foul air in your house and to stay alive. How fucked up is that? Fuck you, COVID. Moderna, I know you're trying to help, but like, man, when I think of COVID, I think of Moderna. I think of BioNTech. I think of like Paxlovid, all those motherfucking things that, oh, god damn that virus. Oh, anyway. Okay. BioNTech initiative picks up as more regions race to become hubs. Did I say BioNTech? Man, that's a hangover from COVID. Okay. Biotech M&A accelerating. Leo Pharma buys rare skin disease in 400. Even this like no-name company, Leo Biopharma, is spending more than BioMarin. Come on. BioMarin, you're a California company. You should be rolling the dough. Look at the housing price in the Bay Area. God damn. You're only spending $275 million to buy a company. Don't be so cheap ass, guys. Come on. Formation Biotaps Biogen Pfizer alum to tackle R&D's boring middle. What is boring middle? Clinical development bottleneck. The scaling formation Bio's pipeline also require human judgment. No shit. AstraZeneca scores in lung cancer. Sandoz inks a China deal. Big tech news, not so interesting. Let's keep going. Fierce Biopharma. Amylyx. These two nice-looking gentlemen, rather nerdy-looking gentlemen, but it's cool. We love geeky folks in the world of biotech because that's behind all the innovation, right? Us, bunch of geeks, we love it. We love it. Building resilience for the future of biopharma innovation. Ushi Biotech. BioMarin, Leo, Merck, KGAA. Yeah. Sorry about the folks that are affected by this job cut. Merck and Sarah Cannon team up for oncology trial efficiency. It's the American Merck, so that's cool. The German Merck here and the American Merck here, or also known as MSD elsewhere in this world, are both appearing on the front page of Fierce Biotech today. Awesome. Colon tissue gene shrinks workforce after pivotal trial miss. Sorry about that, guys. Fierce Biotech fundraising tracker. Regeneron ends eye disease trial following safety review. All right. Good to know. Anything else here? Natus Pharma sets 1 for 50 reverse split. Since we have a lot of time today, why don't we just Google what is reverse split stock. Is a corporate action that reduces the total number of a company's outstanding shares while proportionally increasing the price per share. For example, in a 1-for-10 split, 10 existing shares worth $1 each becomes a single share worth 10. The overall value of investment in the company, total market value remains completely unchanged. Sure. It's just doing some kind of math maneuvering and a gimmick. Okay. President boasts of drug savings with most favored nation. Trump RX. Okay. We're not a political news agency here. So no thanks. We don't cover Trump. Ibogaine could rise as a potential psychedelic treatment with Trump announcement. Okay. Why is Trump in the news so much right now for seeking alpha? Avita rises as wound care product, succeeds in U.S. burn center trial. Oakmark International small cap strategy reshuffles portfolio with 6 new positions in Q2. Biomarin gains. Okay, so Alesta, I assume this Alesta is the company that they bought for $275 million. Haemonix rises after supply deal with CSL. Cure Oncology rises after hours on large CEO share purchase. Nice. Faith gains fast track status for Pigtor combo or endometrial cancer. That was yesterday's news. Huh. Pigtor. Faith. That's kind of interesting, though. Let's open that up. Let's start with this one. Faith gains fast track status for Pigtor combo. The U.S. granted fast track designation to a Faith Therapeutics Pigtor. Oh, it's a combo. Cerebelisib and sapanisertib in combination with paclitaxel for endometrial cancer whose tumors have PIK3 AKT-mTOR pathway alteration. PIK-TOR combination, selective PIK3 alpha inhibitor, and mTOR C1 and mTOR C2 inhibitor. Cool. How's this company doing in its stock? Stock performance. Where's Yahoo Finance? Let's take a look. It's up 0.7%. How about a 5-day change? Loading chart. Load. 5-day. Didn't go up very much, no? How many percent did it go up? How do you look at the change percent? My God, man. Yahoo Finance is so hard to use. Oh. Okay, whatever. We do Google search next time, okay? Shame on you, Yahoo. You're falling behind in every category. Amelix bet on GLP. Yeah, by the way, where is Yahoo in this AI race? Arms race for like data centers and compute power. Where's Yahoo? When you think about the Magnificent Seven, Yahoo's not only like nowhere to be seen, it's not even relevant anymore. Damn. What happened to Yahoo and Marissa Mayer? Mayer? Anyway, sorry for Yahoo. It was a good company. A late-stage trial found the drug, which Amylyx bought for cheap in a bankruptcy auction, was effective regulating blood sugar. A once high-flying Boston area drug company mounted somewhat of a comeback Tuesday, reporting positive result clinical trial test first of its kind treatment for dangerously low blood sugar levels some patients experience after bariatric surgery. Amylyx Pharma, known as avexitide, hit the main goal for late-stage study, spur 55% reduction in serious to severe hypoglycemic events compared to a placebo. Cool. Glee. Justin Glee, one of company's co-founders and CEO. Same GLP-1 receptors as the new mega blockbuster weight loss drug. Yet, unlike those drugs, avexitide blocks the receptor to decrease insulin production and stabilizes blood sugar levels. They acquired the drug for $35 million through the 2024 bankruptcy proceeding of Eiger Biopharmaceutical. According to Glee & Co., the purchase made strategic sense for several reasons, including the Eiger. Is it Bob Iger? Already run a handful of mid-stage trials on either post-bariatric hypoglycemia or congenital hyperinsulinism. Iger. Is it Bob Iger? Bob Iger, there. Biotech. Oh, the Iger is a different spelling. Primary involvement is his investment and board seat at Perfect Day. Thrive Capital, passing. So Iger is actually not in biotech. He's Disney CEO, right? Former Disney CEO Bob Iger. First major move since passing the CEO baton to Josh D'Amaro, Bob Iger has rejoined Thrive Capital as an advisor. Okay? So this was... When was this news published? That was last year, right? Disney CEO change. Who knows? Who cares? Close. Come on, deadline.com. Close. I'm lagging here. Fuck. God damn it. Don't ever go on to like a third-party website while doing live stream like this. I learned my lesson there, finally. BioMarin acquires experimental drug for rare bone disorder. Alesta buyout helps restock their pipeline. Pipeline experimental drugs for skeletal muscular diseases. Announced on Tuesday. $275 million up front and potentially as much as $250 million more based on the achievement of certain development and regulatory milestones. Alesta's lead candidate, called ALE1, is a phase 1-2 trial for a genetic disease called hypophosphatasia, which affects bone mineralization and can result in fractures, tooth loss, and muscle weakness. ALE1 has the potential to reach our largest addressable patient population, said BioMarin CEO. I think BioMarin itself is like a rare disease company. Third in the past 2 years, following $2.8 billion takeout of Amicus and the modest $270 million purchase of Inozyme. With Amicus, BioMarin gained a slate of marketed drugs for rare metabolic diseases, whereas Inozyme offered an uncommon musculoskeletal condition that has since seen a setback. The company is in the market for more. We plan to continue to seek those kind of opportunities. We focus on clinical stage innovation to drive durable growth for BioMarin. The Alesta deal will be funded with company cash on hand. BioMarin said its shareholders will take per share earnings hit because of the cost of the transaction. It also plans to provide an updated guidance after the transaction closes. ALE will join a portfolio of muscle and bone disease drugs that includes Voxzogo, a treatment of BioMarin's position for various types of dwarfism. Okay. This is a pretty interesting one. We can take a look at this disease. Take a deeper dive. Leo Pharma buys rare skin disease drug in 435 million deal. Tanabe Pharma has already asked FDA to approve medicine in 2 conditions that cause severe reactions to sunlight. Leo Pharma said will acquire the rights to dersimelagon, experimental medicine that's undergone Food and Drug Administration. Leo did not release exact details of the transaction, other than saying paying as much as 435 million upfront, near-term milestones together. Oh, the disease is called erythropoietic protoporphyria, protoporphyria, and X-linked protoporphyria. Porphyria. No? Damn, how do you say this? Ugh. The private company co-owned by Leo Foundation and Nordic Capital separately said its first half revenue rose 10%. Leo Foundation, Nordic Capital. The deal add late-stage assets Leo's pipeline. The Danish drug maker so it will build on its purchase of the gene therapy specialist Reply in April. Tanabe, a Japanese pharma now owned by Bain Capital, submits its application for their Similagon to the FDA in June. Represents a compelling opportunity to expand our rare dermatology pipeline. Leo CEO Christoph Burden, not Bourbon. Phase 3 release this year showed their Similagon could help patients spend more time in sunlight while experiencing fewer episodes of pain. An interesting drug, but I think what we'll do is just to Google this company, ALX1, Alesta, and ALX1. How did Alesta, Netherlands basis, Alesta, close 65 million? Fraser Life Sciences. Yeah, let's take a look. How did Alesta? How was Alesta formed, and how did it grow in its initial phases? J.P. Morgan, second therapeutic, hasn't disclosed much beyond stating it's the second therapeutic candidate for another large indication. Closed 65 million euro Series A round in early 25, led by Fraser Life Sciences. Alesta. And we will conveniently use this tab that we already have this conversation with Gemini on Argenx, because Argenx is also a Belgium/Dutch company. So we won't even open a new tab. How did Alesta discover its lead candidate called ALE1 in the beginning? Alesta Therapeutics developed its lead candidate, ALE1, orally active small molecule underlying mechanism of HPP, a rare genetic bone disease. Hypophosphatasia. The target ALE1 was created to inhibit a novel target responsible for regulating the level. Impairs. No shit. The question is, Gemini, you dumb fuck. I just asked, how was this discovered? How did this molecule, ALE1, come out of screening of libraries? No? Molecular screening campaigns, exact library, or structural hit are generally kept as confidential intellectual property. However, the general pharmaceutical process covering small molecule like alien typicals involves several standardized stages. Target identification, we already know what that is. Responsible specific enzyme controlling pyrophosphate levels, high throughput screening, large chemical libraries, small molecule. The goal is to find hit to lead optimization. Once initial chemical hits are identified, this process improves potency, molecular structures through iterative design cycles. This is just bread and butter. Very classic drug molecule or drug design. This is very traditional before the whole antibody and biologics era. This is how drug discovery is being done. Hit to lead, high throughput screening, and then hit to lead optimization. Sounds pretty good, right? Well, they don't want to say too much, then we won't ask and we won't probe any further. What we'll do is to take the easy way out and go to Instagram and start entertaining ourselves with the videos. But of course, this is not for entertainment, but rather for learning. What is hypophosphatasia? He was deported to a country he's never heard of. He may never go free. I'm sorry, man. I send you my regards. Good luck. Whoa. Let's see what she has to say. Hear me out on this. This hip surgery recovery has been more painful. Where is that fucking keyword? Here. Nowhere to be seen. Damn. It's just so sad. People are crying. Let's see, why is she crying? My chronic. Chronic illness. When did Taylor release her album 2025? Practically Perfect Family. I'm sorry that chronic illness threw everything off in this perfect family. People have always been able to make music, always have. That's quite an arrogant thing for Taylor Swift to say, no? Kind of saying, none of y'all is good enough except for my music. I don't know, I think. Right place, right time. It's a lot of talent, I gotta say, but it's more about these normal people that we gotta understand their pains. Why are life so hard to all of us, you know?
Hi, happy Sunday.
17 guided.
I just realized that not many of my family, which is not many people, because I have an extremely small family, follow my health page. And I'm learning that some dear people to my family didn't even know what I've been battling. And I understand not a lot of people are on Instagram. Most of my parents' friends are on Facebook. So they have no idea that I haven't gotten better since my big surgery. My surgery in March of 2025 brought out my hypophosphatasia that was undiagnosed since birth. Those symptoms started to get really, really bad and have been debilitating. I can't work. I can't take care of my kids. My mom comes during the week to do our laundry and help with them. My husband is amazing and has taken on so much when it comes to the house and the
Enzyme
kids and
replacement therapy.
his business and all the things.
Oh,
and we have house cleaners and landscapers, and we are making it by. But chronic illness and rare disease are invisible. So what you see on my personal page, it looks like I'm doing great. I smile in my photos and I have a beautiful family and we do get out occasionally. But here's the thing. It takes me so many days to prepare to do anything. Those things you see on my personal page, that's all I've done. That's all I've done. And some of those events have wrecked me for weeks on end. I was down for 6 weeks after Kelly
chronic illness,
battling back-to-back infections, and that's been my story since that surgery. I have such severe pain that I can't do much. I have to be laying with my legs propped up. My bone disease is not treated yet. I got approved or prescribed by my endocrinologist in Stanford the medication that is the synthetic version of the enzyme my body is missing, alkaline phosphatase. And that was on 5/5. I'm still waiting for insurance to approve the only pharmacy in the US that makes it to dispense it. They approved me for it on 6/1, but they still haven't approved the pharmacy.
5/5.
So that's that. During all this time, my dad has also been slowly dying. We hadn't been talking.
Oh.
So he didn't know I had hypophosphatation. I didn't know he had a stroke.
Oh, damn.
I talked to him yesterday for the first time with just him and I on the phone. And he goes in and out of remembering things. Just please pray for him. I just want him to be at peace. I wish I could go be there to hold his hand. He's in Aurora, Colorado.
It's hard for me to watch, but I really hope that, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say. What is this company called? Alesta? Alesta, you should reach out to people like these, just to see, like, whether some kind of compassionate use can help them. I don't know. But biomedical research is hard, but these are real people behind, these data and these words. Oh, fuck. All right. What is this sunlight sensitivity syndrome, not drug? Hundreds of million. First treatment of oral skin known as porphyria. There. Damn. All the pain. Can you understand all the pain? I don't know. Well, this little girl. I don't know Spanish, so I'm not going to click on you. Prepare for Netflix documentary about this estimated 3,000 individuals who live with various conditions that render them allergic to sunlight. Let's see.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, sure can.
You guys, where do you want me to look? Do you want me to look here? You want me to look here? No, you want me to look here?
We can look this way. How about the spotlight? Is that okay?
Can you guys hear me? You guys, where do you want me to look? Do you want me to look here? You want me to look here? No, you want me to look.
It's German here. Not going to be able to play that video. Dr. Peter Schmidt. Got an MT2. I don't care about your moles. Come on, gal. I want to see real cases where people are extremely sensitive to sunlight and what life is like for those folks. Every family dream of carefree summers. Let's see. United for period. Daughter of the tunnel. X-linked. Photo. Opheria. Free sunlight. One daughter of the tunnel. Other experiments. Where do these look like? I can imagine how painful and just difficult that is to have all these conditions that will keep you away from the very things that we take all for granted. Let's see. EPP kids are real poetic. Photo porphyria. Tricks learned over time. Protecting yourself outside. Okay. Read caption. Exam pressure paralysis is temporary psychological during exam. It's like a scary movie. Damn. Glad I'm out of college. Hives. So it's just her selfie taking in like under the palm tree in maybe sunny Florida or something. Yeah, I think that's all for today, guys. Had a good time and learned a bit. And so ending on kind of a depressing note, but this is life. So yeah, I hope y'all have a good night and adios.